I don't know how to start this. All right, so I'm trying a different camera angle for some reason. We're just gonna see how it goes. I wanted to add something to this useless vlog that I was making and kind of wanted to give a little talk, but a planned talk. This isn't a, oh shit, I didn't have anything to vlog talk. This is a, oh shit, I actually care about this topic, so let me actually sit down and write an outline, then talk about it real quick. Talk. I never watch any of the vlogs that I make. No video that I've ever made, I have purposely tried to rewatch it again thinking, wow, this is amazing. No matter how many comments I get, no matter how many likes I get, I never rewatch it. See, everyone gets some idea. That's literally how everything starts. It starts with an idea. 3 things usually happen when we get ideas. Well, these 3 things usually happen to me. Either 1, write it down, then I forget about it. 2, I write it down, then I build it. Or number 3, I write it down, then I stare at it for so long that I start to hate it because I'm overthinking a simple idea. That is my brain's second favorite thing to do whenever I come up with an idea. I either completely forget about it or I overthink until I hate it. An idea, no. An idea doesn't mean shit unless you do something about it. See, a lot of my ideas, I never took it to the next step. It's like that one time you write down something on a piece of paper saying, I'm gonna remember this, and then you never remember it. Or you write down like a word thinking, I'm gonna remember what this means later, and you never do. I started thinking to myself, what am I doing with my life if I'm working on these vlogs for 3 to 5 hours, editing them, trying to make them as good as possible and condensed as possible, and I never look at it again? Why put that much effort into something if you're not gonna look at it again? I don't know how many of you guys can relate to this, but if you've created something, I'm pretty sure you can. It's that feeling of making something, finally putting it out into the world, and then having to watch your friend watch what you made. I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. Out of the hundreds of videos that I've made, I'm probably in my thousands actually. Out of the thousands of videos that I made in the 10 years I've been making videos, I have never been proud of anything that I've made. Now don't get me wrong, while I'm making it, I am focused. I love every single process of making it, but once it's done and I click publish, that's it. Even without looking at what I just made, I start thinking of what I could have done differently. For example, this video, I spent a good hour outlining this video, but I know I'm gonna be done with it and be thinking what I could have done differently, to the point where I nitpick and nitpick and nitpick, and then I end up just hating this video. Instead of enjoying what it is and how much effort I put into something and how much I cared about it in the process of making it, I start hating the smallest things about this. And that feeling of hate towards something you've made only grows the more you watch whatever you've made. I mean, even with overthinking, there is a good and a bad side to it. The good news is, when it comes to the creating aspect of things, when it comes to writing down ideas, the good news about overthinking, you will never run out of ideas. The bad news is, you will never run out of ideas. No idea will be good enough for you. You'll always be thinking about what is the next thing and what you could do better. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but when it cripples your ability to just stick to one thing, that's when it becomes a problem. About a month ago, I shot a music video for my friend Kevin. For a $0 budget music video, it actually turned out pretty well. I liked it. I didn't hate it. Until this day, there are no negative comments. There are no dislikes on the video. It's nothing but positivity. I've heard no bad things about this video, but I found myself looking at it over and over thinking, what could I have done better? I always feel like it takes away from the enjoyment of anything. So I think with this random talk that I'm giving you guys, I'm really making it for myself, for future Larry. Typically when I don't release a video, when I'm not consistent, is because of depression or anxiety. But I've also realized my biggest fear is overthinking. I'll think I don't have enough time in the day. I think this isn't good enough. I think, oh, that was a bad idea. I scrap entire ideas that I sit down for hours planning. I'm like, this is gonna be a series. I shoot the first one, it doesn't come out like I wanted, then I scrap the whole thing. I'm really a quitter. So if you're watching this and you made it this far and you are a creator of any sort, or maybe it's just future Larry, pick something and stick to it. If it sucks or it doesn't suck, no matter what, you are getting better at what you're doing. Understand that nothing is ever going to be perfect. You stare at something long enough, you listen to something long enough, eventually you're gonna find something wrong with it. Tell me how you guys feel about this camera setup. I'm gonna stop making promises to you guys because at this point I don't even fucking understand my brain. I've been perfectly happy or centered these past couple weeks, and yet I haven't released a video. I don't understand myself.